Okay, that one's live. Now I need to click live on Instagram. Go live. Okay, Instagram, I'm going live. What's up? Go live. Okay, good. Yay, it's up and running. Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. Well, for all of you that do know, on Friday, when you see Fran, it's podcast time. And if you had joined us last week, you would know that we had such a powerful guest on last week, April Green. And if you didn't hear about the things that she does to impact the world, let me educate you. So, with that said, I'm going to read her bio because you guys know I'm pretty good at messing up everyone's bio. So, bear with me. So, Coach April Green is an ICF certified trauma and recovery coach and medium with over 9 years of experience in energy reading and healing. And as the founder of Healing with April Green, she blends trauma informed coaching with holistic energy work to help individuals overcome anxiety, resolve past traumas, and unlock their true potential. In addition to leading a community of over 16,000 Black women, I didn't say 16, I said 16,000 Black women. She serves as the Global Outreach Director for orphanages in Africa, providing mentorship and essential services to children in need. With her unique Panther methodology, Coach April empowers people to break free from self sabotage and unconscious thought patterns, guiding them toward emotional resilience and awareness. Sister April, welcome to the show.
Thank you again.
You are welcome. For those of you that are just catching on, we had such a powerful conversation last week about manifestation. And while we were in the back, I got the tea, and she gave me a little bit more sugar to put with that prompt. So, sis, I did name today's show "Follow Your Intuition."
Oh,
So,
okay. I love that. I love that because that's exactly what we're doing. Everything's just aligned. And not to mention, that was a great intro. Thank you, by the way. But you didn't see that flash of light that dinged over here. It was such a confirmation. It was like, oh, spirit just chiming in if you didn't see that. So thank you for that.
I love it. You're welcome. So, sis, so last week you gave us a prompt. And I'd love for you to share that with people that are just chiming in for the first time because that was so freaking powerful. Like I said, I never heard the way that, first of all, you're utilizing AI.
Yeah, yes. Listen, AI is a very tool, especially if you utilize it the correct way. There's many different ways you can utilize AI. It does not have to be for the bad. You can put it to work for what you think is best. And one of the ways that I strategized was to use it for manifestation. So if you didn't look at the last podcast, I suggest you do so, and we were basically just mapping up our dream life and what we truly want, and how to accomplish that, which is which was by initially naming 10 of the things that you deeply desire, and be very detailed. And a prompt was provided, and you put it in AI and it will tell you this really great story. Now, Fran, I have to ask, you may have told me, did you do the story? Did you get a
No,
chance to see the story?
no, 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 no. Because
No? Okay.
you said there was 10 desires
Oh yeah,
put
yeah, yeah.
down. And so far, I have one page just dedicated to one thing. And I'm
Okay.
like, I don't know how long I'm supposed to write it and how AI is going to revise it into 5 minutes. All I'm saying is like, wow, it really is some work to put in to really detail what it is that we want. And this really puts into perspective um, the things that you really want. it really makes you dive deep into how your dream life would look. Like when you were sharing about yours and how you and your husband woke up, you opened up the curtains and there were the dogs playing on the side, and it was such a vivid picture. And so I did that too, but I wrote some more details that I won't share publicly with.
Right, understood. Yes, but as you stated, it is actually a great way to, if you are not sure of where you want to go, that's actually a really good step to do. It's like, you
Yeah.
know what, I'm not sure, but that's at least you being conscious and saying, I don't know what I want, but I'm actively ready to go seek what I want. You get what I'm saying? So even if you don't know, it's okay. Don't worry, guys. It's not a test, but it's just just a little tick, a reminder, like, hey, I'm here. What am I doing? Am I truly living out what I want, or am I just flying by? And if you're just flying by, it's time to, like, okay, let me start thinking about how I do want my future, what I do want it to look like, because that is very important right now. So even though you didn't get a chance to do that, it is okay. I know that you will have it done soon, as soon as you just go ahead and put down those, okay, not this one, this one, this one, this one, all of them are good. So even if you have more than 10 prompts, it's okay. I would say don't do more than 15 because you want it to be a short story. But I did let Fran know there was another prompt because she did ask, like, hey, what do you do with all this information? And I'm like, well, it's a part of manifesting, because once you do the first prompt and you do the voice memo and put the music behind it, the second thing I've done, now I'm not going to say that I have done it verbatim just yet, but
Okay.
most of the things that I already actually do. So I'm just taking a time out, is to ask AI after that prompt, is to create a schedule for a day of the day of your life. So you create the schedule and you go by that schedule. It's the same thing. Like, have you seen? We're on the internet, so on Instagram and TikTok or whatever, where they'll say, I want to be a gym baddie or something like that. Okay, well, start getting up at 5 in the morning. Go ahead and get your Stanley Cup and get your earphones and start going to the gym at least 2 to 3 times a week. Start putting some play into what it is that you truly desire. So I'm going to get the prompt for you. No, this is what I put for the prompt.
Okay.
Create a daily schedule based off of the information provided. That's all I did. And so my prompt, let me see if I can show it to you, because I do want to show it to you really quickly. Okay. I don't know if you can see it. You probably cannot see this. Can you see it?
You can do present.
No.
Oh,
I can, because I'm on the phone, so you can't see it. So
oh, it's not
basically,
good.
what it says is to wake up at 5 a.m. and practice gratitude. And then it says 6:30 yoga, which is already kind of my routine, but I start
Okay.
at 5 in the morning. And then it says 7:30 self-care, 8:30 family time, and then 9 business check-in, and then your nonprofit check-in, 12 lunch. So it kind of gives you that step by step, but of course adjust it based off of which your schedule is. It
Right.
doesn't necessarily have to be at the same exact times. So I did tell y'all, like, hey, I get up at 5 in the morning, like, switch this. And it did. It woke up and it kind of like already goes in the ties to what I'm doing, which is actually kind of, it's trippy because I just realized that just now. So it's already aligned perfectly, actually.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So you're already in the manifestation mode.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And you will get signs when you start to see, like how you got received signs, friend. So you'll start seeing little snippets of remembering of what you've written. Like, oh, okay, I did say that. Oh my goodness, it's finally here. Or you'll see something that you knew you always wanted and it's right in front of your face. You may not be able to have it right then and there. Let's say it's a Jeep. I don't know why I said a Jeep. Maybe someone who's watching this or will
Nope,
watch it
nope,
wants a
nope,
Jeep.
nope. Hold on, hold on. I got something for you.
Oh.
So in my book, The Artist Way, there's one of the tasks that says, okay, write down 10 things that you don't own that you want to own. So what I do have yesterday or the day before, I think it was yesterday, I was going around the neighborhood taking pictures of different Jeeps, Jeep Wrangler, a Jeep Rubicon, yes, yes,
Oh wow. So look.
yes.
All right, so you are the person that needs to hear it because anytime that I say random things, and I know it's not me because I'm a Chevy anyway. I'm a Chevy girl. So
Okay, okay, okay.
I'm like, okay, this got to be for somebody else. So it's for you. More look, more confirmations. Look at the manifestation working. More
Right.
confirmations. So as I was going to say, it's like even if you can't get it right then within that moment, that is spirit letting you know, hey, I heard you. Hey, I see you. And get ready, it's coming. Don't worry, it's still, especially when you start seeing it pop
Ooh.
up more and more. Yeah, look, get the manifested. Look at you, friend.
Oh
I'm
my
glad that it's
God.
working firsthand for you.
Look, right, even before we got on the show, I was telling April that I had found like one of my gemstones, like it sits in the garden, and I decided for some reason like to take it out, and it's a carnelian. And so April goes, "Oh, I have that on already."
Most
and then I said,
definitely.
I do too on my ring, on this ring. And then I said, I also have a black tourmaline that I just made. I just made this ring. And then she goes, she pulls hers out. I got mine too.
Yeah, it's crazy. Something just told me to put it on, and I'm like, okay. Just like we're following our intuition. What's the name of
Yes.
this? We're following our
Follow your
intuition.
intuition.
And we're
Goodness.
doing we're doing the first thing that comes to our head instead of second guessing what we're supposed to do. So if you're unaware as far as utilizing your intuition is following your higher self, same difference. It's like when you get that little inkling in the back of your mind or in the back of your head to do something, to not do something, and just actually following it because it's going to lead you to something greater. It's going to lead you to where you need to be, what you need to know, or just letting spirit know that they can provide you with the information that you need in order to assist you in whatever you are in your journey. So it's important to listen to your first self. This the first thought, not the second, the third, the fourth, because those not your best thoughts. The first thought will always be your best thought. And watch how things transition for you. Just listening to yourself. Just continuously listening to yourself. Yes, it's amazing.
So, for those of you that didn't see the show last week, like April gave me this 10-day challenge. How did you come up with that 10-day challenge? And could you tell the people what that is?
Sure. So I basically, as a medium, I was really delving into my gifts. I did not know because initially I didn't even believe in spirits. I didn't believe in anything of that extra stuff. I will not lie to you. And as I was introduced to my gifts, it, it just I don't know. It was more so of I had to listen to what I was hearing versus what I truly wanted, and then vice versa. It was a hard journey for me. Let me just say by far. But during my journey, it was one day I was in a car, and I'm pretty sure it was spirit and not me, because sometimes spirit can sound like us, but it's not really us. And they basically let me know to like just follow and listen my like just listen to my first thought. And from there, I was on the highway. Long story short, I was on a highway, and something told me to get off at an exit before my exit, which was 7. I was at 13, getting off of 15, going on 13, and something told me to take the next exit, which was 11. And I told myself that I was going to listen to myself the first time. So I argued and battled with myself initially about getting off at an exit that is not my exit, that I did not know of, versus just going straight. And I listened to myself like, just do it, just do it, just do it. And I did it. And it was a huge accident as I was driving, listening to my higher self. It was a huge accident on the left-hand side, which would have prevented me for hours from getting home because it was backed up for hours. And how I knew is because when I got home and did all my routines, it was still stuck. Traffic was
Mm.
still there. So I
Wow.
kind of that kind of got me going with, okay, well, maybe this will work out. And that's what I've been advising others to do too, because I will never advise others to do something that I have not done. Hands off. And since it worked for me, I just knew that, that would be a great way uh, to start listening to yourself versus asking for help from other people, because people know based off of their own experiences. And sometimes, even though they might be helpful, it probably isn't going to be the best. But spirit knows better. So listening to yourself, you can never go wrong. Never.
Mm. Mm.
But it's always a challenge. I don't know why someone needs to I'm just saying, it's just what it is. And of course someone needs to hear it. But I just want to say one last thing because it's on my head right now from spirit. Spirit is basically telling is someone who's watching it and they're having a hard time with parents.
Mm.
It could be with the mom, it could be the brother, the siblings, and they're having a hard time and they don't know exactly what to do. And I just want to say that listen to yourself. It's like you know what you should do and you're staying up at night and you have this inkling to do something, but you're not doing it because of what you think others might feel or what they might say. But overall, they have been talking this whole time. So why not do what you want to do? So go ahead and seek out what you need. And hopefully you do get this message because obviously it's meant for it to be said. You're going to hear it because I'm saying it, but make sure you do things what's best for you because no one else is going to be able to walk those walks and those challenges for you other than yourself. So make sure that you're staying true to yourself and what you want versus what others want for you who have never actually been in those positions that you're trying to go in. Sorry.
Say that. No, it's funny that you share that because I feel like I'm one of those people too. I've been through those particular steps, and I'm sure you probably have experienced that same thing too, to where a lot of people want to tell you what it is that they think about the direction that you should be going, but they themselves haven't stepped foot in those particular shoes. So they're just giving an opinion, they're not giving an experience. And
Right, right.
so for me for this season, I'm literally telling myself that I'm doing everything. I'm doing the action, I'm doing the application of what it is that looks like for me versus listening to somebody else. Because a lot of the times, like I said, they haven't even experienced it. They could be trying to project their fears onto you. They could be trying to project like different things onto you, but that's not yours. And you just gotta put a wall up and block that.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. I agree. I agree. So make sure that you're doing it for you and for no one else because at the end of the day, you're the only one sitting at the edge of that bed at night, you contemplating. No one else is going through that. And it's going to keep on happening until you make that choice. Seriously.
It it really does boil down to the happiness, right? Like to the happiness of oneself. Because this goes, I feel like this goes into people pleasing, which that's one of the things that you help people with, right?
Oh yes, most definitely, most definitely. And take it from someone who have tried to people please, and I think this is actually a great topic. I've been so nice. A lot of people they will use that word people please and try to make it say, oh no, I'm just nice, oh I'm just helping out, oh I just feel no. In reality, if you are not putting yourself, if you doing something that you don't want to do in order to assist someone else, and no matter what it is, if someone give you that call, hey I need this, and in the back of your mind you're like no no no, and you're like no no, you don't do the don't sigh, just go ahead and say no. And sometimes saying no is kind of harder than what we realize.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I've done that actually worked was mm-mm, no, mm-mm. Nah, every word that you could think of, but no. It doesn't matter what you do, whatever it is that'll put you on that path to even closely where
Yeah,
they
yeah.
know what you're saying. Say it, because the more you do, the more you set boundaries, you're going to start seeing a lot of things for what it is.
Or they could, right, right. Look, they could also say like, hmm,
Yeah, yeah. What is that?
I don't know.
And you know what though, because like someone who grew up in a whole household with narcissists, saying no is not really easy. Okay, and for
Hmm.
some people, you don't want to hurt feelings, you don't want to do this, and you know what, that is okay. You want to be compassionate, but make sure you have that compassion for yourself. And when it's something that you don't want to do, or if even if you say, it doesn't necessarily have to be in that sense. If it's something that you want to do for yourself, make sure that you are setting boundaries with yourself too. So know that no can work both ways. If it's no, you know that at a certain time, and someone's going to hit somebody. If you know at a certain time you're supposed to be asleep, and you know you got to get up at 8 in the morning, but you know you should be in bed at 10, but then you want to set boundaries with yourself. If you know that you're going to wake up feeling this type of way, or behave, or missing out on something, being late, set that boundary with yourself. Like, okay, well, I know this needs to happen, so I'm going to do this at this time, and I'm not going to let anyone else stand in the way of that. And make sure everyone, you communicate your boundaries, but make sure that you are actively aware of what you're trying to do and how you want it to be showed to everyone else, displayed.
Yeah. I think also too, like saying no is honoring ourselves.
Most definitely. Most definitely. And again, if you cannot say no, use his cousins.
So the cousins are, uh, mm, uh,
Nah. I don't know, not yet. I'll think about it. All those good,
I'm
the
busy.
second cousins, the third ones, all of them. At least they'll know.
Right, right, totally. So I don't know. I forgot. I wanted to share this earlier, but remember we were talking about the crystals, right?
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if you use them often, but I was reading that when you pair the black tourmaline and the citrine, that they help you to ground in prosperity, and they prevent and remove, like, negative energy from trying to block your prosperity.
You talking about, you're stating with the citrine and the tourmaline?
Mm-hmm.
It's true. I haven't heard of that, but I do not put it past. I wholeheartedly believe.
Yeah, because I
I
have
believe
the
that.
this crystal book.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Yeah.
it says can help ground you in prosperity. Citrine is the stone of prosperity, while black tourmaline is grounding and also blocks negative energy, which can help remove thoughts that prevent prosperity. So, with that said, I think we found this for a reason.
Um, Most definitely, if that's the case. But you know what? Let me say something to you too, because when you were speaking, I actually saw you in this black. It was a black Jeep with a black top. I will not lie to you. Why are you laughing? Why? What's funny? Give me
Because
more confirmations.
yes, because I want a Jeep with the black, like a rag top, like the one you can pull off. So, whoever's
Oh
watching
wow!
this, universe, thank you so much. Because I was just,
Look at the universe just sprinkling fairy dust and giving you all your confirmations right now. Because I'm
I
sitting here
receive
like, oh,
it.
okay.
I receive it. I receive it all. Oh my God.
Look, two, win for win, right?
I'm saying thank you so much, universe. But I just wanted to bring that up before we move forward, because I still want to talk about the people pleasing, because I still think that is something that people really struggle with. And um I know you said that saying no is one of the ways that people can help themselves create these boundaries and create a more healthy mindset for themselves. What are some other things that people can use to, I guess, strategies for, to helping them create these healthier boundaries for themselves?
Well, first and foremost, in order to understand anything that we go through, we have to turn off the TV, got to turn off the phone, and we really have to sit with ourselves. That is the most important way in order to get to the root, because just like weeds, if you don't get to the root, guess what's going to happen? It's going to spread and it's going to get even worse.
Mm.
So the best thing to do is, if you are having issues with people pleasing, take some time to yourself, do some breathing exercise. And honestly, one thing I'm gonna tell you what I do. I literally pray. I pray and ask God to, or whoever you believe in, the universe, and answer whoever it is that you go to, and you ask them to bring it to the forth. Why are you people pleasing, and where did it stem from? That is the
Mm.
most important thing. And as you're doing that, spend some time with yourself, take some deep breathing, close your eyes, and just visualize. Even if you don't see anything, you will start receiving memories. Your memory is going to come up, because 9 times out of 10, it's already came up
Mm.
multiple times. And also, you've already seen it within another person, because remember, we are mirrors to each other. So if those individuals that's coming to you and it's like it's hitting a nerve, then where did it, oh, they act just like this person. This is what I hear a lot. Oh, they act just like this. Okay, so what happened there? So it's time to ask those questions, like, so why do I do this? Okay, so this happened when I was younger. I saw my parents do it. I saw this happen. Okay, so how did that work out? Really analyzing what had happened and what can you take from it. And to make sure that you're aware of the signs and what's going on around you, and basically what happened with back then. Um, that is the most important thing, is to really taking a look and a dive at what has transpired, how has it helped, if it helped, and if it hasn't, what could you do differently. And the things that which you stated you can do differently, put the boundaries in place.
Mm.
So I'm going to do this. Oh, I'm going to make sure when, when my mom was at this age and she used to throw parties, everyone would come to her. So now she feels obligated. Why does she do this? Because of this reason. Okay, so I see that I have this issue. When people gang up on me and tell me that I should do it, I should do it, I feel like I should do it. Instead, you know what? Next time, I'm just going to tell them, just give me a second. I'm going to take a deep breath for myself and really figure out, without anyone else's input, I'm going to take myself out of the equation and ask myself, is this something that I really want?
Mm.
Sometimes it's to really take a step back and to really sit with yourself again.
Mm.
So it's a lot of self-reflecting, but it's really helpful. Seriously, the more you do it, the less prone you are for it to be reoccurring. Subconsciously, it'll subside.
Yeah, I feel like too, like when people do experience those kinds of self-reflection, they'll notice that there's a pattern of behavior that occurs,
Yes, most definitely.
and it comes out in different ways. And like you said, if you really sit down and look at that, you'll see that, oh, geez, this character is the same as that character, like you said before, with, oh, why does this person act just like this person?
Hmm.
Funny enough, I feel like relationships, like you said earlier, they are mirrors. They're meant to trigger us so that we can work on that thing that we find challenging.
Right. Because 9 times out of 10 nowadays, a lot of us are trauma bonding. So it
Mhm.
feels like, oh, they know me so well. Oh, is this, is that. When it's really, you guys are really bonding over something that has previously happened to you.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that it's went away. It doesn't mean that it will go away. But what it will show is that, oh, you act just like, yeah, da, 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 or you do this, da, da, da. It's just going to project. So before even your friendships, all relationships, it's going to be a reflection, in some type of way. Now I can hear someone saying, I'm not a bad person. No, you not necessarily have to be a bad person. And because even if someone you deem did you bad, they may have done you bad, but what did you learn from that, or what could you take from it? How long ago did you been missing these signs? Like, what made you, it's a lot of questions being deep thought that you should ask yourself. Now, I wish that, everyone's situation is different, so I'm trying to keep it generic, but the best thing to do is to really sit with yourself and ask those questions instead of with someone else, because you 9 times out of 10, and I really hate this saying, but during my healing journey, spirit used to tell me all the time, and they still do, and I'm still getting used to it, right? As you can see, I'm cringing.
I
Is
see.
you have all the tools
Mm,
within you.
mm.
You have all the tools within you. It's just sometimes because we don't when we don't trust ourselves, we look outwards. Even if it's, do this look right? Do I have this? Do
For
I have that?
real.
And you could be beautiful, but and you could be stunning, you could be handsome, but sometimes other people will come in and they want something that you have, and they're like, no, 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 that doesn't look right. But you
Mhm,
really liked it. It was
mhm.
for you and not them. So go back within, because even if society deems something as being wrong or bad or not this or not that, that does not mean it's a reflection of you. Let
Right.
them do what they got to do, and you do what you want to do. If you want to wear pink rain boots with purple flap jackets and clear bows, I don't know, just do it. It's up to you of what you want. You could be starting a new trend. The whole point is to really listen to yourself and and no one else. I don't know where these rampages are coming from, but
I'll I'll
I
tell you.
can hear it.
I'll tell you, sister, because like I was talking to my sister Simone, she's from New York, and we were talking about how when we know who we are, like for example, there's something called the galactic signature, and I'm known as a red self-existing dragon, which self-existing means I make the meaning of my own life
Of
with
course.
my own intention, and I manifested once I am focused on that.
Hmm.
And one of the things that it says that I do that is through navigating life.
Hmm.
Funny thing is, Samoans are known as seafarers slash navigators.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
You're getting closer to your roots. That's all that is. Is the more you are in this self-reflective stage, because I can see a lot of, like, as far as your energy, it's more light than usual. Your energy is more lighter. Your thinking is a little more, it's more optimistic. And the more you are closer with one, and I'm hearing closer with God, and the more your vibration gets brighter and brighter and larger, the more you connected you are, and you're going to bring in more things, and then more things are going, I'm telling you, it's like a traffic, it's just a like an avalanche. When you start, it just starts, the blood just keep on rolling. You're going to learn so much about yourself and about your history, your ancestors as well. I'm not going to even get started on your grandmother, and I'm not going to go there on here, especially if you don't want me to. But I won't
No,
get
that's totally
started.
fine because I heard that she needed to tell me a message
Oh,
from another seer that I was actually the one of my clients. She goes, "Oh, your grandma needs to talk to you," and I'm like, "All right, cool."
this was recent.
Yes, it was today. Today at 11 something.
Oh wow, yeah, because I'm telling you, she's very. I'm not going to say energetic, but she is full of life and energy. Like, it's just, I can only imagine with the laughs that you guys had from her mouth. I'm gonna just say that she got a mouth on her, don't she? I know she do.
Yes,
Yeah, she
mom.
does. I'm not
Yes,
going to even say half the things what
mom's.
she's saying right now.
So I don't know if it's grandma or mom's. Did she this because mom's has this boisterous laugh, like it fills up the whole room. So my kids know her as grandma too. So I don't know if it's that one or if it's grandma, like I told you last week. Because the one that you described, I feel like is mom's. She has like a silver streak in her hair.
I heard no, no, no.
No,
No, I
okay,
heard no,
it's
no, because
grandma.
Listen, I'm
Yes.
gonna tell you exactly what I did, and this is
Yeah.
a sign of trusting your intuition, because I'm sitting here and I'm hearing as you're talking no, but then I heard the white streak and I could see a white streak, and I'm like, hold up, so is it? And then I heard no, like no,
Okay.
don't you start that. So
Yes.
I should have trusted what I got the first time, and
Okay.
yes, it's not her.
Okay. Okay.
So basically, the only thing because I'm in the middle of something. So she stated to you, she said, don't let someone, she says, hold on, did she say smooch off of you? She
Oh.
said, don't let someone do something to you. Tell them to go away. Like, does she? I don't know. She's like, tell them to go. Don't let them do that. Tell them to go away. I don't. Hold on. I don't know. I'm hearing like a brother or cousin or something. She's showing me an image and she's telling them a no. I don't know if they need something or something's about to happen, but
Oh.
she's automatically saying it's a no, whatever it is that
Okay.
she's saying it's a no.
Okay.
I
I'll tell
don't,
them no. I
because
don't
you
know
know
who.
what? I don't know. Whoever this person is, it's like you are used to, like I said, I don't want to do too much. This is a podcast, right? It's not but yeah, that's what I'm like. I don't want to do too much, but
Okay. No
it,
problem.
I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'll tell
Okay.
you more at the end because I don't want to put your business all out there, but because it seemed like she want to get this message out, but it's something, it's you being your normal self, your loving, caring, giving self, and it's someone who's going to try to, they often use that as a, way to get to you, and she's saying whoever comes to just don't do it, but I'll further explain later.
Okay. No problem. No problem. Thank you. So we were talking about how people pleasing, and so what are some other things that you help people with as far as healing, and also too, if you can share with them about your seership, like what does that look like? Do you also provide like a program where you teach other people how to see as well?
Oh, well, that's a great question. No, I do not provide a program as of yet. I've actually had other people ask me, and the main question that I get is, "Can do I have gifts? Like, do I have this? Can I do this?" And I'm not going to say no, because all of us have gifts. We all have gifts,
Yeah.
and I would say the best way to even initiate, to even start by doing, channeling in, is trusting yourself. That is going to be the best way.
How did you come up with that 10-day challenge? And I don't know if you finished telling the people about the 10-day challenge.
I did, but I tell it again. Like I said, I was in a car when I was coming from my mom's house, but I was on my way home.
Oh, no, no. Is that
And
how you came up with the challenge?
oh yeah, spirit. It was solely spirit. I believe it was spirit, but it was me in the car. I was kind of getting frustrated. It was a lot of this, like I stated, this was around the time where I had to trust what I was getting, what I was hearing, and not trying to make myself feel crazy in a sense as well. So it's like, okay, well, I know this, I did this last time and it said this, but I'm still unsure. So the way that they told me to go about it, spirit stated, or it could have been my thought, but I really do believe it was spirit. It was not me, and I can't take all the credit. But spirit told me to just listen to myself the first time, and to basically just do a challenge, do a 10-day challenge, because we like challenges. We're so used to doing these challenges, and it's like, hey, okay, well, I could do that. But like I said, my first task was relatively kind of, I started to realize, oh, that's because it was more than the 10-day challenge. It was more so me seeing how we rush for, like, we panic, like in the midst of a storm, how we panic and panic
Mm.
when we already have the answers right in front of us, but it's not what we want.
Oh,
It's not
shoot.
what we want to hear, and it's not what we want to do, no matter what it is. And that's what led me like, okay. And that's when I started doing that panicking. It's like, why am I panicking? If I'm right here, I'm being told to go this way, but I'm panicking because I know my exit is this way. I have two choices. Why am I panicking? And it kind of brought me to that phase, because my whole journey this lifetime is learning how to trust spirit. So this is why it's easy for me to talk to you about, because this is my journey in this lifetime.
So you were challenged. You were challenged by spirit to do 10 days of leaning into your own intuition.
Yes.
So now you just give that to people.
I do, because it's easier to follow as far as following your intuition that way. That was the easiest way for me to do it. And I know a lot of people are like me, logical, don't have time for, it's like I don't learn this way. You can't tell me to do something. I have to do it. So, and a lot of people are hands-on learners such as myself. So when I speak to, whoever it is based off of what their needs are, I give them activities, things to do, because if we don't do it, then we're not going to get our aha moments. And that's what we
Mm.
really need, is that aha moment, to help us move along on our journey.
Speaking of aha moment, I totally forgot the whole reason why I said the whole like ancestor thing earlier. I pulled some oracle cards, and the first card I pulled today, it said, "You know the way."
You have the tools. That's all I heard. You have the tools.
We,
And to be truthfully honest, we all have the tools. It's
yeah, we do.
I just don't like it when they tell me that, because it's like, okay, well, where are they? Within.
And it's I mean, I know this is like with commercialism, marketing, their job is to sell. And so they really do teach us how to not trust ourselves, how not to identify the beauty that we have within ourselves, how to not identify the wisdom that we have within ourselves.
Right.
And I mean, if we think about it, when we listen to somebody else's problems, why is it so clear that we can see what it is, but yet not our own?
Exactly. 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 And 9 times out of 10, you'll be sent my way, especially if you haven't been listening. The things that you already know, I'm going to reiterate before we even get on the call together. That's the first thing I do. I make sure I get all my messages aligned from spirit. They'll give you front and back. Paper be thick, right? And I'll get to you, and I'm like, before you say anything, let me tell you what spirit has to say. And I tell you, they never say 100%, but 10 times out of 10, that's what I needed to know. I did this. And then it goes into, how can I do this, and how can it? So it opens up that door, and it's like, well, spirit's been telling you this, but this is how they want you to do it. This is what you need to do,
Mm.
and this is how you need to move forward. So that's, yeah.
Oh
Nine.
my God. What
So
is
listening to yourself.
what is one of the most like out there things that you a spirit had led you to, and you're like, nah, this can't be.
What do you
And,
what do you
like,
mean? What
and
do
it
you
ended up so like, when you said you the challenge that spirit gave you was to listen to your
Oh,
intuition, what is one of the most like craziest things that you've done, and you're like, oh, this cannot be spirit, but I'm gonna listen anyway? And it turned out
and
to
it
be like
was.
some of the
I
most.
got a lot of them.
Yes.
Okay, it's
Share,
all the
share, share.
same. It's all the same in repetition, though. Okay,
Okay.
because spirit will tell me, because I like hookah. Okay,
Okay, me
I
too.
love hookah, and I don't go often because I'm often working and I'm in the house. So sometimes, and it happens a lot though. I'll be driving and I'll be going somewhere, and they'll say, turn here, and I'll be like, what? Okay. So it was a bar. It was a hookah bar. Okay. And I went in there, and the place was kind of, I was the first one there, but I sat there for a while, and then it got kind of crowded pretty quickly. And it was a male at the bar, that's standing up because there was no chairs. They took all the chairs away. And spirit told me to go to offer him the seat next to me, and I stated no. I and it's the truth. It's true. It's true. And they'll say, just do it, just do it. And I'm like, okay, well, if they look at me, then I'll do it. And ball, god dang it, they did. Okay, like just I'm like really spirit so fast, and I just like, come on. And he sat down, and I was and I just started getting stuff. I'm like, hey, yeah, I'm seeing stuff with a courthouse. And he's like, what? I'm a lawyer. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm like, thank you, Spirit, because I know they wanted me to deliver a message. So I was able to deliver that message. And I promise you that person still checks in with me to this day, because it was everything that he needed to hear. And it was something that he was going through with a child, and it all got corrected, and to not be corrupted, because sometimes lawyers, and it was a lot of people in his job workplace that was kind of corrupt. And Spirit also wanted me to let him know, like, don't worry about how others do it how you do it, because how they're doing it is wrong, and it's not your way. So that was one of the main messages, is do not become corrupt. Don't think that you have to make it because they're being corrupt. So that was one of the messages he needed to hear. But overall, he got the situation handled. But I've had plenty of those stories, because I end up in places that I don't want to be, because I'm tired, or but I don't need to go to the gas station, but I got this craving that came from out of nowhere, and I'm like, okay. And then I got a message for someone. So I often get used to give messages a lot in random places where I never thought that I would be. It happens all the time.
I love that for you. I love that for you. Um, so the last part of our session is usually like a 15-minute get to know you session. But I wanted to give this part to you, sister, to maybe talk about some things that you got going on, because you're traveling all over the place, and I'd love for people to find you in different, in the different spaces that you operate, because like I mentioned before in the previous podcast, like I just met April about like maybe a month ago. And upon, like I said, upon first conversation, she already had an immediate impact on my life, and it was really powerful. And I took that challenge. I took the challenge that she gave me. And I tell you, boy, I paid for a BJ's lunch for $3.25, was usually like $30. And that's the first day.
That
That's
was
the
the
first
first.
day. And
Mhm.
so there have been multiple things that have happened since I took that challenge. And boy, I tell you, I feel so much more grounded.
I
I
could feel it.
feel,
Yeah.
yeah, I feel so much more in tune with who I am. And I feel like I have this like fierce, feisty spirit with me right now. Like, do not F with me, because I know myself enough now to be able to say the word no versus using the cousins. So I really encourage you, for those that are listening, if you are struggling with clarity, if you are struggling with your own identity, if you're struggling with just whatever it is that you need to keep you grounded, find her. But let us know what's going on with your world, sister.
Oh, yes. Thank you for that. So, my name is April Green, and it's going to be that on every platform. But you can find me at www.healingwithaprilgreen.com. And my Facebook is Healing with April Green, and my Instagram is too, but I'm more so on Facebook. And I do live readings. Like, I don't have to see your face, know who you are. I can look at your message, and I can instantly click onto your energy. So if you want to see more of that, you can always go to my Facebook lives. I probably will be doing one this Tuesday. Also, you did ask, Fran, as far as my gifts, the abilities. I have all the clairs, so I can see past, present, and future. I
Wow.
can see in a spiritual realm. I can see into the 13th dimension. I can see your loved ones in heaven. That's why I'm able to connect with them. Most of the time, they're going to come to me anyway. I don't look for no one.
Oh,
All of my readings are of divine, highest good. no, nothing lower than that. I don't search for anybody. So if they're not coming through, they will not come through. That's how I
Okay.
protect myself and keep my energy good. And I can astral project. I don't want to
Dope.
scare y'all, but I can read thoughts. Yeah, my friends, yeah. It's a lot going on over here. It's a lot.
Oh my God.
It's a lot. It's a lot. But one thing I will tell you is I'm the most nicest person. I really, my overall goal is to help guide you in the direction where you're trying to be. That is my sole purpose.
Mm.
And this is something that I really truly love to do. I help women and children, and I love animals. So I'm continuously helping animals. I am going to Tanzania in November to the orphanage. It's a remote orphanage that's 8 hours away from the capital, which I'm going to be communicating with them. This is the Maasai tribe. I do not want to get that wrong, but I just know that's just going to be a very, very great cultural experience. So if you're interested in doing things like that to help in different orphanages or of course, communicate with me. Yes, I would love to bring you along and have conversations and much fun, right? But it's not hard to get in touch with me. And I just wanted to be known that I do not tap into people's energies without, because I
Definitely.
just don't. I'm not a nosy person. I'm not for all of that. And I really do not abuse my gifts, because 9 times out of 10 my frequency is probably a little bit higher. So I don't really dabble in other. I feel
There's
like
no
I
need
had to
to.
say that because some people, um, they're wary. They have questions, and I can hear the questions as I'm talking to you. So that's why I keep switching up. But yes, I don't tap into people's energies unknowingly. If I get a message, I'll just get it, and it'll go if it's not meant. But if God tells me to give you a message, oh, I'm giving you a message. I've done it in the
Okay.
most craziest places, Fran.
I'm sure
With
you have.
people
Well,
giving birth in hospitals. It's yeah, God will send you anywhere to give a message. Okay.
hold on, baby. Push. Okay, this is what I got for you.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I pray I God sent me to pray over a baby as they were being born. And I'm like, what? Yeah, it's some crazy stories, but they let me do it. So you just never know what's meant for you. And that's another thing. You never know what's in store for you. So make sure you go after everything that it is
Mhm.
that you want to do. So that's what you'll see me talking about now, because that's the energy for right now,
Yeah.
is really going after what it is that you desire. Even if
Mhm.
it may seem like it's taking longer than what you think it is, just let the divine handle their job, and you handle yours, which is actively doing what you're supposed to do in order to get where you want. And I promise you wholeheartedly, promise you, and I don't promise people that you will get where you desire and you'll
Mhm.
get what you want, as long as you hold on and listen to yourself. Because I'm seeing something too, Fran. I don't know why I'm blurting off like this. I don't normally do this, y'all. I'm not like talkative like that, but but I can see someone asking for, because this is important. I can see someone asking for a sign, like, oh, is this person for me? Like they've been gone, and it's been a lot of on and offs, and this person comes back and they think that that's a sign from God. No, because that wasn't your first thought. Okay. I'm just getting that. If it's been on and off, and I don't even want to say everything that I'm saying, but if it's been an on and off situation, and this person comes out of nowhere, and you've been going through all these different things, and you've been healing with family, don't go back to that. It's a lot of old energies popping back up, a lot of old exes, a lot of old partners, friendships, people that's watching. Oh, did you see that?
Oh,
You saw that,
oh,
right?
shut it off.
You saw that.
I totally did. Whoever is watching, because I only see one person on Instagram. I
That's
see a
that's
couple
um that's
people.
just confirmation for me. Make sure you remove them from your
Ooh,
life, because it's nothing that's going to get better. A lot of people got a lot of different things going on, but if you have any questions or if you need any confirmations, like I stated, you can find me at healingwithaprilgreen.com, or you can go ahead and reach out, send a message, or just at me on here, and we'll find each other if it's meant to be.
Yes, definitely. And I do see some people on Instagram. So if you guys have any, sister, did you want to be open for a question or did you want to
Oh,
just
that's
have them
that's
hit you up?
fine. Yeah, that's fine. The lights is out.
Oh, so I'm going to assume that the lights are out and that means no.
No, no,
Uh,
no, no. Go ahead. No, that's fine. But that was that whole confirmation of not letting, them back into, that was just confirmation enough. So I'm gonna leave it at that.
well, with that said, y'all, if you do have any questions, April already left her information. You can hit her up on Instagram, Facebook. In addition to, you're not on LinkedIn, are you, sister?
No, I'm not.
Her website,
Yeah.
Healing with April Green. So thank you for everybody that tuned in. You can even hit me up, but I ain't gonna have any answers for you.
Yeah. Yeah. They could just shoot me a message from any platform or on my website. Facebook, like I said, I will answer any messages. So feel free to reach out to me.
Yeah, sister, thank you again for your energy. I appreciate you being open to the space to have the conversation for those that need to hear it. Because whoever was on Instagram, they were like, hello, needed. Wow.
Glad to help.
All right, everybody, have yourself a wonderful weekend. Don't get into too much trouble unless it's fun. All right, everyone. We'll see you guys next Friday. Take care. All right, sister. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. Let me and I just ended the live on Instagram. I'll do it for this other one here.